Hiya, it's Sunday morning. I don't know what the time is, but I'll just get in the car and look. As you can probably see, the car's up on ramps. The reason being that is I was coming home the other night and the oil light come on. So it was about 11 o'clock at night, so I sort of limped it home on sort of very low revs to get it home, which I should have stopped straight away really, but you know what it's like in sort of that late at night. So when I sort of got it home, I backed it in, and then it sounded like it sort of semi-seized. But after leaving it a few minutes, it actually started up again, without sounding seized, but it sounded very noisy in the top. Well, I've left it a few days, come back to it today, started it. The oil light wasn't on, but it was tappy in the top, but then the oil light come back on again, so obviously the engine's got issues. Probably can't save it. I've drained the oil. I'm gonna take the sump off just to investigate to see whether that oil pickup filter, strainer, whatever, is blocked. Other than that, I probably won't go any further on this car. I've had this car for, I don't know, 2.5, 3 years I suppose. It's done 148,000, well nearly 149,000. It's got the 1600 diesel engine, which is great for being economical, but they are a fragile engine and prone to turbos going. That hasn't been the case on this. The turbo hasn't gone since I've had it. It's been relatively trouble-free really, but I've been to Scotland 2 times I think. I've been to Scotland 2 times. I've been to Wales 3 or 4 times in it. I've been to Devon. I'm in the south, East Anglia area. I've been to Devon in it as well. Lots of sort of other little trips and that I've done it. I went to get my latest vehicle the other day, and it was alright going there and coming back. It's about 60-mile trek each way, and then my dad drove it back, and then when I come to bring it home the other day, this fault developed, so we shall see. The car's not in bad condition actually. The seats and all that are good. It's not too bad, but they are I think they're the Peugeot engine, the 1.6 TDCI, I think it is. And yeah, they are trouble. I was told when I bought it by people, you know, that they were a troublesome engine, but I can't complain what I paid for it and the miles I've done in it. It's been fairly trouble-free, but if I can save it, I'll have a look. I want to at least investigate it to see what's what. So I'll just show you. Oh, under here, I've drained the oil. It's very black, but these are renowned for being a dirty engine. But you can obviously see I've put a little bit of oil in when I come back, but you can obviously see it wasn't empty of oil. But the sump is quite little on this, so if I get the little impact thing on it, I think I can get that off probably in about 20 minutes. So then at least I'll have a look in there, and I'll just set my mind at rest that it wasn't something simple and it could be fixed fairly simple. So yeah, if you see, that's really black at oil. Well, I got the sump off, which is just over there underneath the wheelbarrow, and I think I found the problem. Whether I've got away lucky and not done any engine damage, I do not know, but if you look in there, not the greatest view. If I go a bit high, you might get a bit more light in it. That gauze in that hole is absolutely bunged right up. So I think it is this oil strainer that's the problem. I can slightly see, you probably can't because you're a bit out of focus, but I can slightly see a few tiny little holes in there in the gauze. But I reckon it's only been letting through probably about 10% at most of the oil. So I think that's my problem. Just fingers crossed it hasn't done any further damage. It might do. The noise was coming from the top of the engine more, so perhaps, you know, once the oil gets up there, that should sort that out hopefully. So what I'm tempted to do is try and remove the gauze altogether, cut a hole in it, put a sump back on without sealing it or anything, just screw it back on, whack the old oil back in, and then try it. Then if it sort of works, then buy a new one of these at about £20 for an aftermarket one, and then reseal the sump and that back on properly, and then new oil, because I don't particularly want to spend it on it if it's going to be a waste of time. So I'll let you know how I get on. Hi again, this is the next day, it's Monday. Not a very nice day today, it's rained overnight and it's well full of the weather to be working outside on a car. But anyway, I've cleaned that up, the oil strainer. Actually what I did, cut the gauze out. Like I said, I'm going to try it first, see if it's good first, and then I'll get a new one of these if it sorts it out. So my job is now to bolt that back on. Only 3 little bolts there, very easy. And then the sump slightly bent when I had to leave it off because it's got like the instant gasket on, so it's well stuck. So I just got to straighten the edge off a bit. Like I said, I think I said I won't bother sealing it back on or anything at the moment. I'll just tighten it on with the bolts and then just test it. Probably will leak a little bit, but at least I better see if it's going to be a success or not. So I'll pop back and show you when I've got this back on and the sump on. I've now cleaned the sump out. There was slight bits of sort of metal shavings in there, but that could have been from when a turbo went on this before I ever had it, because I suspect it's had a turbo on it in its life. So they're not massive chunks or anything, just little sort of more like aluminium shaving bits really, like little flecks really, I suppose, flecks of metal. But anyway, I've straightened the edge of the sump out where I had to bend it a bit to get it off. I'm just going to make sure the drain bung is tight now, and then I'll screw that back on and then see how we go. You can just see there, the sump is all back on. I already put off before because there was one of the bolts had rung off. It's not really that vital once I put the sealer on it, but it's been off before. I've topped the oil up. Well, I've strained the old oil and put that back in at the moment, like I said I was going to do. So now it's a moment of truth really. I expect it to, I need the key first to help, wherever it's gone. Is it in the front? So here we go, we're in the car now. I expect it to make a tapping noise until the oil pressure's up. Then if it's going to fix it, that's going to sort of go, or a lot of it will go, we shall see. So if you can see, on radio down, we don't need no music at the moment. See the oil light on there. It's quieting down straight away. We have oil pressure up now. And it sounds not bad. I think I might have got away with it, which I am mightily lucky. I won't be 100% hopeful yet. I'll leave it running for 5 minutes, see how it goes, but I instantly heard it quieten down and sound much the same as it did before, so I think I got lucky here. I think last time I changed the oil, I didn't change the filter, which I should have done, but I was in a hurry, I was going away and I wanted to change the oil. That's a must in these cars apparently, change the oil because of the flow to the turbo, so you need good clean oil, but we shall see. Oh damn, we got the noise back now. Anyway, let's see how it goes. I don't know if you could hear when I last cut the video off, but it started making a noise again, but it's quieting down again. I heard like a squeaky noise. I don't know whether it was a tight tap. It's just got its oil. So it's still a bit in the balance at the moment. But it's quieting down again now. I'll give it a bit of a rev. I've got oil pressure still because the light's going off. It's starting. And it sounds quite good again now. So well, if you can hear the engine, I'll go round to the way. It's never a quiet engine anyway, the best of the times, but it's not sounding too bad at the moment. So we shall see. I was a bit concerned. Sounds much the same as it used to now.